What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a while, but I am currently on my way to my shop to grab some extra tools. Today we're going to be doing an injector job on the Corvette, so stay tuned for some more. Alright, so as you can see, I already started, but you're going to want to take off your throttle body and all of the piping for your air intake. Basically everything that's attached to the intake, this entire intake manifold is going to come off, and the injectors are right in there. Now, one thing to note when you go to take that intake manifold off, this line on the back is going to prevent you from taking it all the way off. Just do not forget about taking this line off. It's just a 5/8 fitting. And then you're going to have this line right here and this plug right here, both on the bottom of your manifold. After we take off the manifold, you're going to want to take off this line right here, and the reason for that is because it gets in your way of this bolt right in here that we need to take off. So all you need to do is, it's just pressed into a couple of small rubber hoses. You're going to pop those off, and then one mounting nut right there. Now once you get that out of the way, you're going to just disconnect all of your injectors. All of them, you're just going to pull this little clip off, pop it off, and then I just put the clips back on so that I don't lose them. But as soon as you get all of those off, we're going to unbolt these 10 mil bolts right here, and then pop this whole fuel rail off. Now with our fuel rail popped up, you can see all the injectors popped out. That gives you just a little bit of extra room to get to some of these bolts down here. Now I have already undone them, but just gives you a little more room to get these pipes off. Now as you can see, I already have the passenger side off here. I did that because the passenger side is the easier side to get off. The driver side is going to be a little difficult because of that bolt right there. It's very difficult to get to, so depending on what types of tools you have, you can kind of cheat like I did and sneak under here to get to it. But if you do not have the tools or resources, or you just want to do it a little simpler way, it will just take a little extra time. And all you're really going to have to do is take these fuel rails apart at the connecting rods here. You're going to want to take your pressure regulator off, and then most likely you're going to want to take your distributor cap off, and that will give you much easier access to that bolt back there. But I'm doing the cheating way, so I'm going to go and take the driver side off now. Alright, now that I've got the driver side off, I've already disconnected one injector, and what I'm going to do before I get too far is I'm going to suck out all of this crap from mice, squirrels, etc, whatever, before I bought this vehicle, so that none of that goes down inside my engine. So now with everything cleaned up and your injectors are popped out, now again, this is a bit of a cheating version. If you want to completely take your fuel rail off, you will need to remove these two lines. Just beware, they are going to leak a decent amount of fuel out of them, so you might want to have some caps ready to go. But I just pop the fuel rail up and then do the injectors from there. Now what you want to do is make sure that when you pop this up, none of your O-rings are caught in the holes, and if they are, you use a pick or a small flathead screwdriver, something along those lines, to get the O-rings out of there, because you don't want to leave the old O-rings in there. And then in some of these, like this, you'll see the O-ring came out, but the cup, the injector cup, is still in there. So again, you're just going to want to go in there with a pick or something and get that cup out. Now once you do all of that, these injectors essentially just have a small clip on them. I'll try to show it the best I can here. So this clip right here, can't really do with one hand, but you're going to want to use a screwdriver, pick, whatever you have, to turn these clips. And what you do is you want this longer side of the tab to flip to the opposite side, and then your injector will drop right down when that clip is disengaged. Alright, you guys, so I got kind of hung up with some other stuff and a little too busy to finish the injectors that day. But essentially, obviously, you know, installing is going to be everything that you did in reverse order, basically. But I will make another video on that, so if you'd like to see that, stay tuned for my next video. Thanks.